Don't have a chair for skeleton?
Hello.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Cinema Chop Shop and Movie Mass Reviews proudly presents to you the masters of the Cineverse. How you guys doing this fine evening?
Let us know how you're doing. Now, Davey, look, I want to. Black Friday was a couple of days ago,
Yeah. Black Friday was a couple of days ago. What
and
about it?
tomorrow is my birthday. I'm wondering
Cyber
what will I be
Monday
expecting? What will I be expecting tomorrow
from the subscribers or what?
from you?
From me,
Yeah.
a virtual hug.
So Tom Atkins wasn't giving out like half price autographs just on Friday. No, you couldn't
Yo,
get hold of him.
that would be dope as hell. I wish Tom
Yeah,
Atkins
well,
was coming out half price.
so obviously I'm not getting much then. Anyway, how is everyone today? We've got a few things to talk about today. Some good stuff.
Say hello, people. Say hello, and then do me a favor. If you guys are in the chat right now, do us a huge favor. Go ahead and invite 1 to 2 other people to come to the channel to
4 or
check
5.
us out. Yeah, I mean, if you guys also ask 2 or 3 people each to come check out the show, that'll make wonders, man. We're trying to invite new people every week, trying to get new people involved. So hey, what's up, Super Clark?
Hello, Mike.
Miss T is in the chat. Tyler's in the chat. CLJ's in the chat. What is going on, everybody? What is going on?
Mr. CLJ, of course. Mike,
Yes.
just waiting for a couple more people to come in, and we were good to go. We got TJK. Hello.
TJ. Oh, that's Tyler.
All right, Tyler. Hi, Tyler.
Rapper.
Yeah. So, how are you anyway, Dave? You good?
I'm doing good, man. Surprisingly, I didn't go Black Friday shopping this year. I think last year
I didn't know it was my birthday on Monday.
I know, right? I know. Well, it sucks because we had the week off from work, and it just felt like the whole week I was running around doing errands. Like I felt like I didn't even have time to like enjoy that shit. So that sucks. What's going on, Irish Jim, aka Seamus? I hope you like the autograph, sir. CLJ, it's me.
We know
TJK. Tyler Cordalis. Tyler, your last name sounds like a damn mob boss. Tyler Cordalis. Like that shit sounds like I'm about to get murked or some shit.
Get the hell out of here, jokes. We got Seamus in the house. The Irish Jim. I know it's Seamus.
The Irish Gigolo.
Tis me. Indeed.
Me. Yeah. Now he said laugh out loud. It's true though, like Cordalis, like that shit sounds like a mob boss. Like, you fuck with the Cordalis family? You sleep with the fishes. Like, right? Like that's what it sounds like. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get mowed down with a machine gun.
Get whacked.
Capiche.
Just call him Brickfella.
End up in the bushes. Going under some vines.
End up in the bushes. What the hell was that? Who ends up in the bushes? I mean, what gangster maybe over here? He's going to end up in the bushes. What happened to Johnny? Yeah, he ended up in the bushes. You know what the fuck?
Never heard. Drop him off in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? He got weed whacked. Oh, it's Greek. Oh shit, you're a part of the Greek mob family. Got you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's about to send Zeus the lightning bolt my ass.
Uh-oh. But anyway, look.
I'm just a gigolo, and everywhere I go. That's a good song.
So, yeah. Well, we might as well just chime in to our first thing. Now. Here we go. Let me try and get this all prepared because I got sidetracked there. Because I was worried about sleeping in the bushes, you know, that kind of shit. But anyway.
sleeping in the bushes. Man, that's a good one. I'm gonna keep that shit.
Yeah, we can. He's sleeping in the bushes. All right.
Oh shit! We took care of him. What happened? What did you do? He's sleeping with the bushes now.
I mean, right with that. All right.
That shit should not be as funny as it is.
I've never seen. I've seen them all. I've not seen any gang. You must
That
know
should
real
be
gangsters. That must be a thing, But it must be. It
right.
better be from now on. It is for me. All
He
right.
took care of
Look,
it, boss. He's sleeping in the bushes. That's just
anyway,
funny.
all
Go
right.
ahead.
Let's get to subject number one. Du-du-du-du-du. The finale of Walking Dead was out only a few days ago. Now, Davey, I know you ain't a fan, but a lot of us are, and I was. Um, I'm going to ask people what do they think, and we'll get to that in a second. But my
Can I give a
opinion,
quick backstory of why I didn't pick up the show?
I was going to get to that, but okay.
Okay, well there
Okay,
you go.
let's listen to Davey why he doesn't like it first. All right, go on.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just the fact that when I heard about the show, it was already so once I had time to actually buy into and watch the show, it was already so far ahead where I was just like, damn, dude, I don't feel like binge watching multiple seasons in order to catch up to where everybody else is at. Because I mean, people at work are like, well, did you see The Walking Dead? Oh my god, it was so crazy. Like once that hype really started catching up with the show, I was already so far gone where it was like, I'm not gonna watch this shit. I can't watch it. It's like 4 or 5 seasons in. I tried watching the first couple of episodes and they were good. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I just couldn't see myself watching multiple episodes in order to catch up where everybody else was at. So I just was like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's movies and TV shows are subjective. I'll give you an example. Yellowstone, I'm hearing so much about it. And I have tried on 2 occasions and I can't seem to get past the first episode. And I feel it will be really good. It's just I'm not in the mood right now to it looks like it's really deep, full of characters, and I'm just not in the mood. And every few weeks or a few months there's a new season. I think there's a new one out again. So yeah, I see what you mean. Like sometimes it's hard to get into it, even if it seems good. But
it was good. I was enjoying the first episode. I just couldn't I just didn't have the time to just sit back and be like, yo, in order to have these discussions with people, because really watching a show to me, the fun part about it is discussing it with people. And it's like I'm so far behind that it's like in order to catch up, I'm gonna have to give up so much of my time in order to catch up. And doing that just to have these discussions with people just didn't seem feasible to me at the time.
Well, you have 11 seasons to binge now, apparently. Well, it is 11. But the finale was last Monday. And, well, I was a fan from day one. And I wish I was able to binge them all because I loved the whole thing. It's had its ups and downs. But my opinion, and this is no spoilers here, it's just my opinion on certain things. The last season, the last episode, I feel like, and as much as I thought it was all right, I feel like it could have ended after any season since Negan because we have a bad guy for 2 seasons, human or not human, but someone who's living. We take him down straight away. There's a new bad guy. We take them down. We take him down. Then there's another one. And I felt like this last episode spent 50 minutes into getting rid of the bad lady in the Commonwealth and all these other things. And they spent 10 minutes on wrapping 11 seasons up. I would have preferred to have seen maybe half an hour or a whole episode of them wrapping stuff up rather than 10 minutes. I felt like we could have ended it because it didn't matter us them taking down the Commonwealth, because in the last one they took down the Whisperers. And once they took down Negan, I felt that was the highest peak. Every other bad guy after that. And don't get me wrong, the Whisperers weren't too bad. But after Negan, it was like, so you could have ended it at any time. But as much as I have enjoyed it, I still think that I'd like to have seen more wrapping up. Now, there was something we discussed on a live show, ironically, a few weeks ago, where I said why I would like to have seen the zombies evolve.
Yeah. I remember mentioning that
going on, and let's see, and if we can do something new with it. And would you believe it? After I said that, the next episode it shows some kind of brain activity, some involvement, opening doors and climbing ladders and stuff. And I went, "Oh my god! Now we're onto something here." 3 episodes before the last finale. I'm like, how interesting would it have been 2 or 3 seasons ago if zombies were slightly evolving because of how long they've been around? They recognize guns, they know how to open doors, they can climb walls now. So tall walls.
Because can I interject real quick? Because you watched the show, I haven't really watched the show, so that would have made it more interesting because the zombies have now taken a back seat, correct? Because they're not even a factor anymore.
They're just there in the background.
And now it's really just a human dynamic, the whole like the different societies that have created themselves and established themselves warring with each other, right? That's like the general idea of the show now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just all right, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, as I say, like, no, but yeah, exactly. But along with the zombies being in the background, I feel like we've come across a bad guy like the governor in season 3, I think it was, and then Negan.
Hello, governor.
And we go through all these things, yeah. And then, all right, we're going through another bad guy now, and I'm like, as much as I'm enjoying it, and I was enjoying it, I actually liked the whole aspect of the Commonwealth. I liked it all. I was really actually enjoying this more than I have the last few seasons. But I feel like they should have done more with the zombies now. It's been 10 years. And the thing is, they did like possibly 3 or 4 episodes before the finale. They actually showed us that they have started to become evolved, like opening a door and climbing a ladder. And they were, what the hell? And I'm like, oh my God, why are we showing this now? Oh my God, they would have been so cool to see if they could, you know.
I'm assuming that it's going to become more of a factor with the later.
I'm hoping so.
With the later announced spinoff series, right? It has to.
That's what I was going to get to next. So, for people who love The Walking Dead, we do have that. It's been announced. It's official. So we have some spin-offs coming next year. Now, I'll start with this one. So we got Maggie and Negan, Dead City.
Dead City.
I'm not going to go why and how because just in case you haven't seen the last of The Walking Dead, I'm not going to go into it. But my opinion on this, and I do like Negan, he's one of my favorites, but I feel like they've cut his nuts off a little bit. I know it's Mr. Nice Guy, but I feel like they've cut his nuts off a little bit, and I would have been more interested in seeing the nasty Negan than Mr. Good Guy. But still up for it.
Can I chime in real quick? Wait. Can I chime in real quick about the Negan? So the Negan show, apparently Dead City, which is being called Dead City. This show will follow Negan and Maggie going through the city of New York, like the dilapidated city of New York. Right. Yeah, and then also this show has promised that there will be the return of a few familiar faces and people, and it seems to be characters that are very important or have interacted with Negan himself. So that's something that I dug up during my research.
Okay, that's good. I didn't know that. I just knew there was a show. That's it.
Also got one about Daryl too. So
well, speaking of Daryl Dixon. Now, Daryl's probably my favorite character since Rick. Oh, Negan. They're for me, Rick, Negan, and Daryl hold the show for me. And he's got his own show. Daryl Dixon. Now, I don't know much about this. I don't know what's going on. I know he's probably.
It's about him. It's following Daryl Dixon on his journey through a zombie-ridden France.
France, is it? Oh, right, yeah. France.
Yeah. Now I have a question. In one of the seasons of The Walking Dead, Daryl took the lead, correct? Because Rick died, supposedly.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, and I think it's season 9, correct?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
All right, so a lot of people weren't happy with that. A lot of people didn't like Daryl carrying the show. A lot of people didn't like him as a lead. That's the vibes that I'm getting off the conversation that I had. Do you share that sentiment, and does the chat also share that sentiment? Were you guys not a fan of the Daryl-led Walking Dead?
They didn't change Daryl's character much, which was a good thing because he was kind of like your wannabe left alone kind of a hero that just done what he had to do when it was time to do it. They didn't change that. They didn't make him like a leader, but he took care of business when it was time. I was worried when Rick died, well, I'm not saying Rick died. You know, everyone knows if you're watching. I was worried when Rick left that are we going to be able to hold the show? I felt Daryl
was Daryl likable.
I liked Daryl from start and to the last second of The Walking Dead. I liked Daryl all the way, even more so all the way. He just evolved. He didn't change his character much. it did show him becoming more caring over the years. You know, he was kind of a cold ass bastard at the beginning, but I feel like he is without him, the show would have been a lot worse. I mean, for me, it's and Negan, but
The
without
reason
Daryl,
why I'm saying that is because apparently when Daryl took the lead after Rick departed, there's actual data about it. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people hated the idea. They didn't really like him as a lead. And then on top of that, once Rick died and Daryl took over, a lot of people actually their viewership numbers actually went down because of this. So with that being said, and this kind of negative connotation or this negative dark cloud hanging above him, will Daryl be able to have his own show?
I think so.
Based off of that, like people's negatives kind of reaction. Because I know he's a fan favorite. Like a lot of people like Daryl.
People love him,
but yeah, people love him. But it didn't seem to carry over with people well when he when he took the lead and the show was all about him, and he kind of he became the center focus. Like a lot of people didn't like it, and the numbers don't lie. People dipped off in that season because of it. You know, so there's some sort of correlation between him taking over the lead role and the viewership numbers dipping.
Well, I think Rick leaving in general felt like the end because it started off with Rick and we watched the whole thing through Rick's eyes. You know, the whole thing was through Rick's eyes following his story. Then he's gone. And now you've got, but the thing about Daryl is that I felt like when you see an episode of him on his own, going out, doing what he needs to do, catching food, living in forests, you know, putting up, making fires and all that, kicking ass, right? He, on his own, is probably at his best. And now that he's got his solo thing, he's going to be on his own for a while, which will mean he will be at his best. And when he interacts with people, it's great. Now, the fact that you say he's the lead, he was the lead, but he wasn't completely on his own. He had like a few characters who also took the lead as well.
I know that. I get that, but I'm just saying, like, he became more of a center focus than he normally would be. He essentially took Rick's place in a way, in a strange way, right?
I don't know if he took more center focus. I suppose he did, but he didn't feel like it. So I felt like it was done. Yeah, it was done pretty well, to be honest with you. But he
Did he take? Did he have more camera time?
That's what I was about to say. I don't think it just. He, as I said, he was a fan favorite, so he had plenty of camera time up until Rick died or left. And I feel like no, I don't feel like if it was very little bit more. I don't know, because Carol had a lot of time on her own. A lot of Michonne, a lot of people had center focus a lot of the time, and it was mixed well with everyone. So I actually have to commend The Walking Dead for keeping the show kind of pretty decent after the lead character is gone, you know. So, but speaking of lead character, it's not the only show that's coming next year. We also have Rick and Michonne. Now, for those who know, they're a couple. Rick's disappeared, and everyone thinks he's dead. Michonne gets a lead, and she's gone. And it shows on The Walking Dead she disappears looking for him. We don't know. It's been going on for ages. It's very quiet since season 9. They have kept this a secret really well. Now it's come up. This is happening next year, and we're going to see what, where, and why happened to Rick, sort of thing. Where he's gone, and Michonne looking for him. It's still up in the air. All we know is there's a helicopter has taken him away. That's all.
So
we know.
this is okay. This is set before he disappears, or this is set after The Walking Dead?
After. So he disappeared in season 9. Everyone assumed he was dead. Us, the audience, knew he's just disappeared, and apparently there was going to be a film or something. But he was very quiet, and I've even recently said, "What's happening with this?" But anyway, I don't know, was it this season or last season? Michonne has had some kind of lead that he possibly might be alive, and she has exited the show. Apart from doing Wakanda Forever, she's probably a bit busy, and I know she was pregnant as well. But now, she's found him, or she's looking for him, and why he's gone. He was taken in a helicopter away to, I take it looks like maybe New York. I'm not sure. But this is where we're going to start from there, where he's gone, what happened. And he has been gone. His daughter, I think his daughter is like, He'd been gone about 8 years. He's disappeared 8 years. So he's gone a long time, very long time. His daughter has grown up. So, look, am I excited about these shows? Not as excited as I was maybe earlier on in season in The Walking Dead, because I will say that there was a time when I was sitting watching that as soon as it came on the TV, and then towards, we'll say, after Negan, I'm not going to lie, I think I would watch it when I got around to it. I would watch it, but it was when I got around to it, my excitement level was not as good. Now, my excitement level is so, but you know what? Things can change. But I mean, that's all I have on this. What have you got?
Let me piggyback off of what you just said. So, I have a question because I'm not, like I said, I'm not in this universe. I'm not in this fandom like that. People in the chat, you guys can chime in as well. I feel like the hype behind The Walking Dead is starting to sharply decline. Like, I honestly am surprised that they're continuing with this series because a lot of people don't fucking like it like that no more. Like, it's not as big as a deal. I remember when Universal Studios every year at Halloween Horror Night had another stupid maze or something based around The Walking Dead. Every year it was the same thing, and then even on top of that, they had a specific maze dedicated year round, I might add, dedicated to The Walking Dead. And those were some of the lowest visited attractions at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights because people were so fatigued with that series. And also, like, I've been digging and I found some sort of analytics behind it to kind of support my argument. Now, the season finale was the most watched episode in 2 years, right? But the thing is, that doesn't mean anything because it's one of the second lowest viewed finales, only secondary to season 10.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know.
And honestly, they were saying that the viewership numbers peaked in season 5, which was the Terminus, I think. And then 7 and 8 had the biggest declines in viewership, and it's been on a steady decline until now. And even though like the viewership numbers jumped up with the season finale, I still question the idea. People tuned in because the show's finally over and they probably wanted to see how it ends, right? And can they keep an audience attention? Can they keep people watching? Like, I didn't even know Fear of the Walking Dead was still going on.
Yeah, it's still going.
Exactly, but nobody talks about that shit. Nobody.
I know, it must be enough for, they normally cancel a season or a show when it doesn't do well. So it still must be getting enough numbers to make another season. But as you said, there was a time when Walking Dead was everywhere. It
ruled the universe
everywhere. It was the top show on TV. It was on Facebook, everywhere. There was nowhere you could go, and it's all. And then Negan was part of all this. And who
was the villain in the Terminus? Because I don't know.
I think was it Negan? Yeah.
Okay, so that proves my point that he was the highlight. He was the reason that he put asses in the seats, basically.
One of the best villains of all time. I'm telling you, one of the best villains. Evil as hell, but so charismatic and likable. He was brilliant. But my point is you're right. I've noticed that over the last few years, it seems to be very quiet. I mean, it has a huge loyal following, and I am a fan. I'm a big fan. But as I say, you're right. It seems to have declined, but not enough.
Are you keeping up with all the shows, or are you keeping up with all the spinoffs?
I'm up to date with everything, even Fear the Walking Dead.
No, I said, like, when the spinoffs happen, are you going to be keeping up with them?
Well, that's what I said. Like, I'm not as excited as I would have been maybe 5 years ago, but I will watch them just to hopefully get excited about him. But we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Right. So Walking Dead sleeping with the bushes. But all right. So look. For you guys out there who watches this later on and you don't know what we're talking about, start watching the beginning. But all right, for you guys out there who watch this later on and not live, let us know what you thought. Like and subscribe. And subscribe as normal to both our channels. I'm Movie Mash and he's Cinema Chop Shop. Now, have we got any comments?
We have tons, but I'm gonna try to pick as many. I'm gonna try to pick. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to go through it. Giselle says kudos. They were able to give me a favorite character in the last season. I love Mercer. I have no clue who Mercer is. Let's see. Christopher
Hello, Giselle.
CLJ says The Walking Dead, milk the cow. Let's see. Hannah says ideas for the new TV spinoff. The Walking Dead castrated Negan.
That's what I was just saying. Look, Negan, he was one of the best villains of all time. So likable. They seems to have cut his nuts off, and I still like him enough. They've cut his nuts off, and he's not the evil, likable villain that we want. I want to see more of that. Reattach his balls, basically.
Giselle says, I believe they gave out the leadership roles to the whole group, which is better.
That's what I mean. It felt like it wasn't just him. It was shared a little bit. It wasn't just him, the main character. Yes, Giselle.
Giselle also said he will definitely be successful, fan favorite. They were smart to make spinoffs, I'm sure, because the series had lost a lot of audience. That series lost a gang of audiences. And
well, you think about it, they've got the most famous or most popular characters from the show go doing their own spin-off. Like, forget everyone else. You've got the favorite to do that. The favorite, you know. So yeah, they've got the favorite characters. I think Carol was a favorite. Don't know what's happening with her, but still, yes.
Feel like most seasons viewership dips after 7 or 8 years anyway. So thanks. It didn't make a difference after Rick left.
No,
okay.
It didn't.
I don't know. It's kind of hard. I think most shows that had like how many seasons did? Nah, that only had like 6 or something. I gotta think of something. How many seasons did The Sopranos have?
6.
Ah, damn. Yeah, I don't know then. All good things must come to an end. AMC just milking The Walking Dead. They're talking about soccer too. I never got bored with The Walking Dead. I really enjoyed it.
I never got bored. No.
So they're jumping the shark with Negan. I will watch the spinoffs. I can let go of The Walking Dead. It's a love-hate situation. I get annoyed most of the times, but I love it too much.
I agree. I get so pissed off with certain characters, and it drives me mad. But yeah, I still go back and watch it.
Jonathan says he's here to look at your beautiful face.
Standard. Who isn't? I mean, who in the comments and is watching this for any other reason but just to look at me?
Nothing will ever be worse than Supernatural's last season. So low budget. I've never seen Supernatural, but
I've never seen. I hear good things about it though. I really do.
All right, sir. Shuffling on to the next one.
Right. So the next subject is Blade has found a new director. Now, this seems to be in some kind of what would you say, production hell. It seems to be because
there's a lot of drama centered around this.
You seem to know more about the drama than I knew about because I didn't know there was that much drama. All I know, what I will tell you.
Chime in then.
Okay, chime in.
So. All right then. All right. So here's what happened. Word around the campfire is that Marsala Ali. He was really upset with the production of the film because the first incarnation of the script, there was only 2 fight sequences in it, and it was said to be very lackluster. And with a movie like Blade, like you cannot have some lackluster fighting scenes, let alone 2. Come on now, that's horrible. On top of that, the script has been rewritten several times. And then on top of that too, the director was getting very frustrated because he could never get the green light to actually start filming. And because there was always rewrites, there was always reworking, there was always production stops. He never was able to get the green light to start it. So the original director walked away from the situation. So Marsala Ali is frustrated. And then they also had to push it because it was supposed to come out next year in 2023. And they had to push it a whole nother year in order to get the ball moving to 2024. So they have a 2024 September 6th, I think, scheduled release date. Now, here's the crazy thing, though. They are asking for this movie to be rewritten from scratch. Like, it's getting a full rewrite. And it's being rewritten by Michael Starr, by I don't know how to say his last name, Michael Starr, right? And this guy actually wrote When They See Us, which is something that Derek recently saw. He wrote that, and now they have also found the director, which is, go ahead and chime in, Mr. Derek.
Let me say his name properly. Yeah, his name is Yann Dimage. I'm not saying it. His name is Yann Dimage right now. all I can tell you is that he's done a couple of films. One was called 71, which, by the way, I enjoyed. Probably a lot of people haven't heard of it. 71, about some young English soldier stuck in Northern Ireland in the 70s and the wrong sides of the line. It's really well made. The next film was, what was the next one?
White Boy Rick.
White Boy Rick.
Which is actually a pretty fun movie.
Really, really good film, actually, with Matthew McConaughey and stuff like that. Yeah. It was based on true events, and there's a documentary on Netflix about it. But I didn't know anything about it being true. I don't know what is true about it. But it
I'm sorry. Can I highlight a comment real quick?
What's that?
Look what CLJ wrote.
What?
Directed by El DeBarge, the singer. CLJ is fucking hilarious. You don't know who El DeBarge is?
Nope.
Oh damn, you have no soul. All right, continue.
Sorry about that. I don't know who he is, but yeah, no. This White Boy Rick, for people who haven't seen it, it's really worth watching. It's based on a true story. FBI using a 15-year-old kid to sell drugs and get into with drug dealers and all that, and then they denied it when he got in trouble. How true, I don't know, but it's a decent film. It's all about the direction, and he did a really good job. But
he also did the award-nominated Lovecraft Country or County.
He did an episode, or the first 1 or 2 episodes on that.
He did a few episodes, but that show, even though I didn't like it, that show got a lot of freaking like love. I mean, it got awards and stuff like that. So,
well, yeah. To say now, second season, handle a big, massive budget sci-fi special effects superhero Marvel film. I don't know. Time will tell. I mean, what I don't know, because I mean, what do you guys think out there? But I don't know, because he hasn't done it before. But we can't really judge him. But obviously, is it Feige? He's in charge. He will not be letting anyone direct anything he didn't have any confidence in. So you've got to go with that too.
This isn't something that Marvel's done this before. Like Marvel's kind of gave projects to directors that have little to no like actual like catalog.
Yeah,
it wasn't Eternals. Eternals was directed by somebody that had like one film, right?
Right, I'm not sure, but I know that
she had like one film.
Will not let anything happen. He'll have confidence in him. He'll know, he'll really believe in it. He won't just get anyone. So I do believe in him. But let me ask you a question, Davey. Do you think that Wesley Snipes had another one in him?
Hell no, he's too old. He's limping. Like he could barely even walk. Yeah, really? Wesley Snipes is in bad shape, dude. Like he's in really bad shape. Like his age has definitely caught up to him. So he does not have another one in him. Now, maybe he could be like what's that dude's name? The old guy. What's his name? Whisker? What's his name? Yeah. Maybe he could be like a Whisker type character or some shit in this movie. I could see that, because I think Whisker also had a limp. So that might work with it. But I can't see him actually like be sitting back he'll be old. That's an old man Blade. Maybe if you want to do like a Marvel Universal crossover and he's like the Blade in another dimension, and he's old already and something like that, then yeah, okay, fine. Like that's cool. But as far as like leading this movie, they needed to move over. And honestly, like I wasn't really even though Marsala Ali is a great actor, I don't see how he's gonna fit in this role, because throwing a great actor in a superhero movie for some reason just doesn't work. Like look at Jared Leto.
Something about him for me fits the bill. I mean, like something, I don't know how he looks or how he acts or whatever. For me, I was like, yes, he looks the part for me.
No, he looks the part, but it's just something about great actors in superhero movies that doesn't mix well. Like I said, like look at Morbius and Jared Leto. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's just certain things where I'm like, most of the time, superhero movies are led by like mediocre actors, and they do pretty fucking well. Give me a superhero movie with like a star-studded actor that rocked that shit. Superhero, not villain.
In fairness, like he has been cast as Blade maybe 20, it feels like about 20 years ago. So it's before he was even famous. Yeah, he's been on the way. He's been cast a long time. But I was trying to say about Masala, what's his name?
Oh
Mahershala
yeah,
Ali.
because he did the
But,
green.
it's been a
What's it
few
called?
years. But what I was going to say was, do you know Blade, Wesley Snipes? The last thing I saw him in was in Coming to America 2, which is about a year ago. He looked
He
pretty.
was in the show with Kevin Hart, and you can see how bad a shape he was in.
Really, I just thought he
Yeah.
looked great on Coming to America. He looked like he was Blade from 1998. But you know what? I don't know what to say. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think Mahershala Ali, am I saying it right?
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a good cast. Blade is one of the best superheroes. Oh, they've got to keep it violent. They have to.
Yeah, but they're
But
not going to. That's another thing. They're going to push out of that.
yeah,
Hey,
that
for those of you that like Marvel movies, I got some news for you. So, if you guys were fans of Namor and you heard all of these cool little rumors about Marvel giving him his own spin-off movie, it's not going to happen. Marvel doesn't own the rights to Namor. Universal does. So he can't get his own movie. So I'm just throwing it out there just so you guys can know
yeah.
that.
So everyone knows, just so you know, that Namor, the idea for making a film is sleeping in the bushes now. But anyway,
Sleeping in the bushes.
it's
I
sleeping in the-
wouldn't mind though. Namor was actually a pretty interesting character, and I liked him, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind.
no, he was. Yeah, he was actually one of the best parts of the new one, Wakanda Forever. But that's all I have on that, to be honest. It was just something I thought we'd bring up. New director, Blade. Everyone loves Blade. That's all
I think the director's going to do fine. Mahershala Ali is a great actor. He's going to do good. But I really think that the reason why they keep rewriting this movie is because he wants something more than what they're giving him. I think they're trying to give him the basic MCU format, and he's not running with it. He's like, yo, like, now you got to give me something more in depth than this. Like,
Yeah, you need to give me some Green Book stuff.
Yeah, exactly, right. Like, you need to give me something I can work with. Like, give me some character development, make my character interesting, make the audience feel for this person.
They don't talk much. You just turn up and be cool and don't do nothing. And
shut your stupid ass up.
That's it. You know. But anyway, look, that's all we have. But what I was going to say is, for people who are watching this later on, what do you think? Do you think this is a good idea? Have you seen 71? Let me know in the comments below, and like, subscribe as per usual.
Did you guys like Lovecraft County? Because I didn't.
I haven't even seen it. But what have you guys got? Yeah, in the audience here, what have you guys got? Have you got any ideas? Do you think it's a good idea or not?
Let's see. I'm trying to go scroll up. Sorry. Dude, COJ killed me with that directed by El DeBar shit. Oh my god, that's funny that's comment of the year, bro. COJ, you win the award. Like, I need to get a comment of the year. That was funny. You need to find out who El DeBarge is, man. Stop bullshitting. Die Hard was rewritten on the fly while they made it, and the movie is the shit. Okay, but I mean, there's no depth to that movie, really. Like, I don't think Die Hard is like a really like in-depth movie like that. Ouch, hurt myself with the laughter. COJ is funny. Groin strain. Hey guys. Carl popped in to say, hey guys. Not gonna lie, I don't think this is a movie I'll be down to go see. Let's see. Who else?
Hello,
Jonathan says, who is El DeBarge? And then
exactly.
Hold up.
I don't know.
CLJ pops in and says, El DeBarge is a singer from the 80s. You guys suck, man. Like, come on. Like, you guys are older than me, and you don't even know who El DeBarge is. He says, Davey is right. Wesley in 2022 doesn't look healthy at all. Wesley looks very frail. He does. Kate Blanchett in Thor was epic. Oscar-winning actors in MCU rule. Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, but I'm talking about a main actor. Like, I'm not talking about background characters. I'm not talking about like Thor's dad or some shit. I'm talking about give me like a A-list actor that was like the main focus of the movie. I mean, like, he's literally like the lead in the movie. I don't think it's panned out yet. It's kind of scary for me. Let's see. I'm not feeling Blade. Namor and Hulk are Universal. Why are you doing the Homer Simpson voice? Yeah, that was a Homer Simpson voice. Good job, Miss T. You caught it. Let's see. I'm interested in see what they do. Hope it is at least a 15. Also, they were saying that the script was very short and that movie was probably only going to be like an hour and 30 minutes, which is not very standard of the new MCU format for movies. So that, I don't know, it feels like they're kind of like putting some it really feels like they're not giving respect to this man. Let's see. All right, so Chris and then COJ is explaining to people who the fuck El DeBarge is, because apparently nobody knows who the hell El DeBarge is.
All right. One second.
I think it's a black thing, brother.
All right.
Black. We understand who El DeBarge is.
Who is El DeBarge?
According to Wikipedia, Eldra Patrick, L. DeBarge is an American singer, songwriter, and musician. He was the focal point and primary lead singer of the family group DeBarge.
The DeBarges. Yeah.
Don't get the joke.
You guys, oh my god, dude. You have to see it to understand it. Like, I'm telling you, it's a black thing. All right, COJ, I got you, my brother. It's all right. We understand each other. Wakanda forever. Next subject, please.
All right. So, next subject. All right. So, we have a bit of drama going on here. Do you know what I mean? Nothing to laugh about here, but drama. So,
he got left in the bushes.
And Squid Games 2. Right. So, this guy, the old dude, because I can't pronounce his name, is Oh Young-soo.
Oh Young-soo. Hey, you did it. Good job.
Yeah.
Man.
All right.
Gambu.
Do you know how hard it was for me to say that? Oh Young-soo.
I thought you were going to say Ho Amasu. The joke went over your head. It's okay.
All right. Anyway, look.
The joke went over your head, didn't it?
It did. And I
said Ho Amasu. No, still not. Okay, yeah, all right. No. See, look, CLJ gets it, laughing my ass off. Thank you, CLJ.
We don't get jokes out here. Sorry,
my brother.
So, all right, this guy has been arrested, or he's been brought up on charges for sexual misconduct back in 2017, where
in Korea,
where he was up to no good apparently. Then the charges were dropped, but then the person has brought those charges back up again. And he's in a bit of trouble. Now the guy is 78. Is 70? Yeah, he's 78 years old, and he has apologized. But he says just because he's apologizing doesn't mean he did it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't say sorry for shit that I don't.
Yeah, he's denying it.
You know, but as I say, do you think this could hurt Squid Games 2?
Season 2, not 2. You make it sound like it's a sequel.
Season 2. Oh my God, Mr. Correction. Yeah. What do you think?
Sorry, I gotta do it.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, no, I don't think it's gonna hurt it because he died in season 1. So therefore, like, he's not really a central focus. He could be like, what's that fool's name? Like John Kramer in Saw. Like, you don't really need to see him in order to know his influence.
I don't know. I don't less than that, to be honest.
But then you have to also think about it too. Squid Games is still in the it's still not even being produced yet. Like, they're still in the writing stages and everything like that. They haven't really got that
far. To be out in the end of 2023 and early 2024. No,
it's gonna they're the writing is gonna go all the way out through the year 2023, and then they're gonna start the writing and production is gonna go into 2023, and then it's supposed to be out some towards mid to late 2024. That's the idea that they're throwing on the table right now.
All right, yeah. I mean, like, do you know what's going to happen on the new one? Do you have any updates on that?
I'm glad you asked. I have some information if you guys would care to hear. So, Netflix is obviously taking their time with this show. They're kind of aiming for a late 2024 release. They don't want to rush this because we know that Netflix ends up killing a lot of shows when they try to put out multiple seasons and it doesn't do as good as they want to. They're trying to give the director room in order to create, because when you really think about it, I believe that this show took 12 years to actually get made. So now that it's actually made and everybody loves the damn show, now it's time for him to sit back and let the creative juices flow. Now, the director and the writer was actually upset because he was saying that he regrets killing off some of the characters because he never thought that there was going to be like a season 2. So he was like, damn. You said, huh?
That just something caught my eye. Do you see that? The cat jumping around up the top of the side. Anyway.
No.
Sorry.
Sorry. I'm on my notes pages. That's why. So let's see. We do know that the front man is going to be returning, which is the guy in the mask. The main actor is also going to be back seeking vengeance against the game makers. We will be also introduced to, remember that giant doll, the one I was playing at Red Light, Green Light?
Yeah.
We will be introduced to her boyfriend. Also, the man in the suit. You remember that guy that was slapping the shit out of him at the train station?
Yeah.
He's going to be back as well. Hopefully he'll be slapping some more people. Also, the creators were talking about that they want this to be more of a global thing. So remember, they were talking about how the Squid Game thing wasn't only in Korea; it was like going on all over the world.
Yeah.
So they were saying that there's a possibility that because the writer specifically said they want to appeal more to a global audience because the show has now shown, the qualities to be global, and then everybody in the world loves it. So now they're going to probably give us a little bit more about how Squid Games is played in maybe other countries. That's a possibility. Also, the creator also, I already said that. And yeah, that's all I got so far.
Well, I actually love the Squid Games. I don't think any of this will hurt it because even by the time that Squid Games does come out, he's already not dead anyway. And everyone will have forgotten by then. So, it's not central characters. So I'm looking forward to the Squid Games. I hope it's hard because as much as I want them to keep the essence of the first season, I don't want it to be exactly the same. I don't want it just to see another game, like more people. I
think it's gonna be a revenge story. I just don't want it to be like Hunger Games, where it's like, oh, all these Squid Games winners from previous seasons, you guys are gonna all come together. You guys are gonna compete each other.
That's what I'm saying.
A bigger Squid Games thing. I think that'll be a cheap way to go out about it.
Rinse and repeat. But I don't want to change it too much either. Keep something, but I'm still looking forward to it anyway. But I mean, that's all I have. But what do you guys think? So for people who are watching this later, what do you think? Do you think he's in trouble? Do you think this will hurt the Squid Games? Let us know in the comments below. Like and subscribe.
I didn't say that. That was all I had to say. So
you're going to be sleeping in the bushes, okay? And that's all I have to say. But for you guys in the chat, are you looking forward to it? Do you care? Is this going to bother you? Is it going to stop you from wanting to watch Squid Games season 2? Let us know. What we got?
You didn't let me say it. That was all I had to say.
I thought you said it like 3 times.
No, I didn't say that. See what I'm saying? That connection ain't there. Nah, but I don't think it's gonna affect it, to be honest with you, because like I said, he's gonna be dead. He's dead. It's not gonna affect it. And then on top of that, it's not like he's actually been convicted of the crime yet. Once he's been convicted, like prosecuted and convicted, that's something different. Right now, it's just allegations, and however they choose to go forward with it is however they choose to go forward with it. So yeah. Let's see. Let's go. Now we can go through some comments, and that's all I gotta say about that.
I swear you said that. I'm gonna find that.
Go ahead, find it, clip it. It doesn't exist. All right, let's see. As a singer from a very similar to Banda being the joke. Let's see. This fool is still explaining who the hell El DeBarge is. That's funny as hell. Let's see. Thank you so much. I'm here all night. Please tip your waitress. COJ is a fool.
We will.
I feel like it had a very mysterious feel to it, like a modern day Lost. See, here's the thing about it though. You guys cannot underestimate the power of Korean writers. They know how to write revenge shit, and they know how to write movies like unlike anybody else. I find so much enjoyment in watching like Korean movies because their way of approaching a story is so much different from like American writers and things like that. I enjoy it a lot. Hannah says Squid Games, the bus slap. That should be funny. Really excited for the second season. What do you guys think of the separate reality show they're releasing? Oh yeah, I heard about that. The reality show. Like people are actually going to be like doing Squid Game shit. So I guess it's all right. Yeah. They're gonna. No, that's already been announced. Like they're gonna actually have a game show, a Squid Games game show.
Okay.
But I wonder if people are gonna get shot with paintball guns. That'll be tight. That'll be dope as hell. Like if you lose, you get lit up with a paintball gun, and then they gotta throw you in a little pink casket and carry you away. That'll be tight.
Or a tug of war on top of a really tall building.
Let's see. What the fuck? Not heard about a reality show? Yeah, it exists. Reality show that's new. Yeah, they announced it like last year. Yeah, they are doing a real version of the show. No deaths, obviously. Damn. Where can I audition?
Can't have it all.
And you know what? I actually saw something about auditions too. That's the crazy part. Koreans owns. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, Korean movies. Like if you watch I Saw the Devil, Old Boy, Memoirs of a Murder, what's the other one? Damn, dude, the one The Wailing. That's a amazing movie, dude. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, you saw The Wailing.
Did I?
I made you watch it.
That was good.
Yeah, exactly. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Mrs. Vengeance. Like those are all really amazing.
If you like Korean subtitles, which I don't, but sometimes
you don't like subtitles. Don't say Korean subtitles. You make it seem like you're looking at.
All right, I don't like subtitles because I hate reading a movie. I'm trying to watch and read, and I'm terrible at reading. So, it does my head in. But when I do, and you get a good one, sometimes it's really good. And The Wailing was one of those. Different.
Can you read that? Can you read that comment right there for me?
It says, "Doughboy is so good looking. I don't know how come he isn't a millionaire already."
No wonder you don't like to read subtitles. You can't read for shit. Not really. Read it.
The way I read it.
No,
it says here, I saw the devil. I saw the devil was amazing. Thank you, Davey.
Yes. I recommended him to watch I Saw the Devil. Yo, your camera's there it goes. I was like, your camera blurred out. I don't know why. But now you're good now. Yeah, so there you go. Subtitles you get to. Parasite was also epic. Yes, Parasite was amazing. That was another one. Parasite was amazing. Good. And this is going to segue into our next topic. So, did you already shuffle us out?
Did I what?
Did you already shuffle us out? Like you already did your thing? Like
I did, but I didn't say I was finished yet, so but all right. Yeah.
Nobody cares if you're finished,
bro. Okay. You ready?
All right, yeah.
It's all you now.
It's all me. Finally. Shit, I finally get some camera time.
That's it.
All right, so you guys, we have a very interesting question. We're gonna start a kind of like a discussion thing at the end of the segments, and I want you guys to let us know, like, how you guys are feeling about it. But I feel like this question today is going to be really great, and the discussion question is going to be kind of titled, what was I going to call it? The state of the cinema address, right? If you guys are in the U.S., you already know that there's like a State of the Union address where the president addresses the United States and tells everybody about all the crazy thing that's happening or whatever. But we're going to have a State of the Cinema address where we're going to just discuss some topic relating to cinema. And this week, I want to kind of focus on one thing specifically. Have the film options for the last few years been very weak? Are we in a cinema recession? And the reason why I'm saying this is because I brought this up to Del Boy recently, and I told him, is it just me, or I feel like we lost that idea where every week we were looking forward to a new movie coming out. We were always looking forward to a new movie coming out, and we just don't have that anymore. I remember when I was younger in the 2000s and stuff like that, every week I could go to the movies and watch something brand new. It was two to three movies I was interested in seeing weekly. We don't have that anymore at all. Like, it's dead, it's gone, it's lost in the water. Now, Delboy was like, I think so. He said that you believe that we still do have movies weekly that seem interesting, right?
Yeah, well, see, my opinion on what's interesting has changed from when I was younger as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're talking about the cinemas saturated with superhero movies. There was a time when there was nothing more important to me than that. Yeah. So my opinion on certain things have changed. So that could have something to do with it. But I do think if I go onto my local cinema to check what's on, there's always something there. There's always something different that I haven't even heard of, but there's something that might be interesting. It looks interesting.
But are you looking forward to it though? Like, I remember there was things that I look forward to. Even like, think about it. Like, Hannah just brought up a great point. Like, the list of movies that you're looking forward to every year gets smaller and smaller. Like, yeah, I remember there was a laundry list. I mean, like a Santa Claus long list of shit that I wanted to see, and it's like now it's shorter and shorter. And I just want to bring something up.
I will say that you're right. I mean, there was a time when there'd be a handful of movies. I couldn't wait to see those. Now I don't know, but it could be just the way I am as well, because like I just not bothered. There is a couple of TV shows like The Tulsa King I was dying to see, and
that was that conversation that we had last time about TV series killing cinema, because the quality of TV series is going up, and then it feels like the quality of cinema is going down. Yeah. Now, I want to point something out to you. All right, some of these are TV shows as well too. So this really, really hits home my effect. I'm about to list to you all the movies that came out in freaking November. All right, and you tell me if 10 years ago, we would have had a dry ass list like this. The Wonder, The Independent, Enola Holmes 2, My Father's Dragon, Weird Al Yankovic, The Estate, The Minute You Wake Up, On the Line, Dear Zoe, Something in the Dirt, Good Night Oppie, Pinocchio, Falling for Christmas, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. That's right. The first movie that you heard was Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, right?
Yeah.
Let me continue. The Fablesmans. This is after Wakanda Forever, right? The Fablesmans, Spirited, Paradise City, Poker Face, The Christmas Story, She Said, The Menu. That's another movie that was like kind of like talked about a little bit, but it wasn't really highlighted as much. That's 2. Slumberland, Bones and All, The Inspector, The People We Hate at the Wedding, Strange World, Glass Onion. That's number 3. Devotion, Nanny, Swimmers, The Noel Diary, White Noise, and The Sun. That is 3 movies on a list of how many that I just named?
I don't know. I like the idea of if it's that Del Toro. How do I say it to make the Latin Americans like me more? Mimo Del Toro. If it's his version of Pinocchio, yes, I want to see that. And Weird Al, I did want to see that. I was looking forward to seeing that as well.
But it's funny because Weird Al's TV, right? That's like an Apple thing.
But then it go theatrical, no?
Maybe, I don't know. I thought it was a TV thing. But I'm just saying, like, off of that list that I just named, like, there was only 3 that I can say really people talked about. And then even The Menu, people didn't really talk about like that. That just got like
now in November 10, 20 years ago that is it just maybe it's just how you are, maybe you're older, those things don't excite you anymore?
No, it's not even that. It's just like there was something always to see. And in that list, most of the shit I never even heard of. Have you heard of some of that shit?
Yeah, I heard of Pinocchio. I've heard of
some. Okay, but how about this? Majority of the films, did you know them or not?
No, but I would have felt the same in November in 1989.
I really don't think so. There was always, I'm telling you, me and my aunt used to go to the movies all the time when I was younger, and we would see 2 to 3 movies weekly. And it was always something that we wanted to see, like it wasn't like we were just going to go see something just because. For the first time in my life, I have movies that I'm willing to skip and wait for them to go online. I have never done that. I've always been an ass in the seat. I'm going to go to the movies to go see this movie. For the first time ever, I'm like, I could wait.
For choice. Maybe you got spoiled for choice and you're just going to wait for that another time. Do you know?
So you're going to sit here and not admit that this damn list of movies that came out is very lackluster compared to what we normally get.
Yeah, but see, I don't know enough about them. But in November 1990, I could have been the same then too. I wouldn't have known.
It's not
like saturated.
Look, as much you told me you used to go to the cinema all the time.
Yeah.
Last week, could you have went to the cinema and there was something that you was looking forward to?
No.
I'm talking about something that released that week, not Wakanda Forever. I'm talking about last week. Tell me something that you were looking forward to seeing in the cinema that was released last week.
I'm not sure.
Tell me something that's getting released this week. Crickets, homie. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have known back then too.
But then here, I'll give you another one. When's the last good fucking movie you saw? Like that was brand new, that was original, not a remake, not nothing. We used to get them all the time. And then like there was a time where I could make a top 5 list. And it was hard as hell for me to do it for the best movies of the year. I can't do that no more. I can't do it no more. I just had this conversation with you.
I will say, like, you know, like movies that came out and they blew you the hell away. Just like we're talking about Shawshank Redemption and stuff, just masterpieces. I'm feeling like our masterpieces are limited to like the films like The Northman, which, by the way, was good, but I don't think it'll be in everyone's mind and not have as much staying power as stuff I just mentioned. But you know what? I keep thinking it's part of I've got older. I feel like things are saturated and my interest in the things that were more interesting to me years ago isn't now, you know. And you know what? Those movies you brought out, some of them could be really good for all we know, you know.
No, I know, but I'm saying I'm not saying it to shit on the movies at all. I'm just saying a lot of those movies sound like indie projects and a lot of them haven't had no buzz. But think about it back, like I'm telling you, 10 years ago, this wouldn't have happened. I've never in my life been. I'm telling you, me and my aunt did this like every weekend for like a very, very long time, like religiously. Every weekend we went to see more than one movie, like 2 to 3 movies every weekend. Most of the time, too. Every weekend it was something new to watch. There was never no point where we was like, nah, I don't want to watch it. There was always something to watch. There's nothing to watch now at all. Like November, what was it? Wakanda Forever, and that's almost about it. Like really. And I want to highlight Hannah Jones. She said Parasite, but I wouldn't have seen it without the Oscar buzz. That's a damn shame. I remember when I went to go see Parasite, right? I was at a movie theater in Santa Monica, this movie theater that shows like indie films and shit. Like they always show like artsy indie films. And I saw the poster. I was like, yo, that poster looks tight. It reminded me of like a Kendrick Lamar album because they had the eyes blacked out. And I was like, that shit looked like an album cover. It looks really cool. I was like, just a poster got me interested. And I was like, cool. So I took a look because they used to have these little postcards when the movies was coming out. I took the postcard. I'm like, I'm going to go see this movie. And something happened. I wasn't able to see the movie. Then all of a sudden, Parasite got hella buzz. It got hella buzz. And all of a sudden, they start releasing it in major theaters. Then all of a sudden, it got the Oscar buzz. And all of a sudden, everybody want to love Korean movies and shit like that. Look how long it took for them to love a Korean movie. Look how long it took for them to even acknowledge something foreign.
Squid Games helped that as well.
You said what?
I think Squid Games have helped more people being interested in Korean movies. In fact, Netflix started doing more stuff like, do you remember that there was a zombie one recently about school kids?
Alive or something?
It was a series about like school kids in Korea, and there was some kind of zombie apocalypse thing going on. I don't know if it was called Alive.
See, but Netflix has always had an abundance of like foreign films in their catalog, but now there's more people actually watching them.
And they're dubbed for people like me.
Yeah, exactly. Because, well, yeah, Netflix has been big on that. But the thing is, I've been watching a lot of Korean movies and Spanish movies because American movies are not cutting it anymore. It's not literally, there was like what's the biggest movie of the year to me? Like the best movie all around was probably The Northman to me. Like that's probably like one of my number one movies of the year. And that's not it's a great movie, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's not something I'm trying to hang my hat on. You get what I'm saying? Like that's not that The Northman should be in a top 5, but it shouldn't be number 1, is what I'm saying. And maybe The Whale might take its place. I have yet to see the movie yet. I don't know.
Everything Everywhere All at Once was pretty.
I was just about to mention that too. But again, because of Parasite, people were more willing to watch a movie with an Asian lead in it. And that movie got a lot of buzz, and that movie moved because of the buzz. But I'm just saying, like, the thing is, American movies are lacking originality. I'm being honest. And then also, like, we can't keep blaming COVID for the reason why these companies are not putting out movies.
We're coming out of it now, so we can't really know.
Yeah, they're not putting out movies. It still feels like post-COVID where movie companies were afraid to put out movies because they were like, people are afraid to go to the movie theater, so I don't want to put this out and it bombs, and we put so much money into it. We're past that already, and they're still not putting out movies. It's bad. Yeah. We are in a bad state. And you know what I mean?
As I said, like my opinion was just that I think my opinion on certain movies has changed. I feel like we're saturated with so many things, and maybe superhero movies and remakes and all that. But the thing is that so my excitement level for movies has gone down. So I put it down to that. I feel like there's so many. It just feels like constant. Maybe because I'm doing YouTube now, I have to pay more attention. It just feels like there is a lot. And it's not just cinema. I know you're talking about the cinema in general. We're talking about all the streaming channels and everything that's coming out that just seems to be constant. So my brain is like that. Even like Weird Al, I didn't even know. I thought it was cinema. So again, did you know Pinocchio? You said was coming out in November. Is that
Guillermo del Toro's?
Nemo del Toro? Is that his one or
Memo? Oh, not Nemo. What the hell? See,
I said Memo, but Memo. Okay,
Memo. Like, yeah. Did you get the memo? Like,
was that his version? Is that how
I think that's his version? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Looking forward to that, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, like, that's a pretty good, interesting topic there. What have you guys got to say?
It's true though. I think it's a valid point. I don't think we're getting what we. I don't think this. I don't know. Cinema ain't doing what it used to do. Hold on, I'm scrolling. It's because I got to go up. Apparently, a lot of people like this topic, sir. So I'm just throwing that out there. Mr. Davey knows what he's talking about.
He's gorgeous. he's gorgeous. Hannah says he's gorgeous. Louise says he's gorgeous. Chris says he's gorgeous. Thank you. It's my birthday tomorrow, by the way, everyone. Expect presents.
CLJ says state of the cinema. And then let's see, Hannah jumps in and she says state of the cinema, bring it on. Hey, I'm telling you, it's gonna become a thing. It's a thing. Let's go. Let's make it happen. State of the cinema.
Don't blow his bloody brain because he's just gonna be going on about this forever now.
Nah, man, I'm not DNJ. I'm good. Good evening, Louise. All right, so so CLJ says very weak. They are milked to death, or they are butchering beloved IPs and classics. And then here we go. List of upcoming movies I am dying to see. Hannah chimed in with the list of upcoming movies I'm dying to see, just kids smaller and smaller, which is true. And then we have this one, which is very true. Top Gun Maverick being the only cinematic surprise.
I really thought it was going to be pilot. Like, I really didn't think that would be any good. And I'm normally pretty good when it comes to stuff, but I was like, no, you're 40 years too late. Nobody's going to be interested in aeroplane and flying around when we're full of superheroes who can do it without airplanes. But fuck, I was wrong.
And we were super wrong. Feel like Disney owning so many properties, they pushing all the biggest blockbusters that are a part of a larger universe, Star Wars, Marvel. Because of this, it's harder to find some of the gems. I mean, I can see that, but these companies just gotta stop being bitches and take the A24 route. You know, just drop your shit. Blames the cinematic universe. Let's see. I love this time of the year with the award season. So we'll have more to watch, but it's not movies I would have heard about before. Let's see. As they become more hidden, really looking forward to the menu, for example, but you hear less about the smaller movies. See, that's what I was talking about. The menu. The menu was another one.
Which superhero movie? Because you literally don't hear anymore about any other movie unless it's a superhero movie, to be honest.
CLJ made my point. 3 out of 30 or more. That's crazy. When I was going down that list, 3 out of that almost 30 names.
CLJ, do you two want to get a private room and go somewhere? Do you know what I mean? Because you're agreeing with everything you say. And I'm like,
because look, man, because I make valid points. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Let's see. CLJ. Hannah says, can't believe what I am saying this, but Davey is right. Man, I need to get some shirts that say Davey was right. The Irish Gym. Christ, my internet is acting up like crazy.
Thanks for telling us.
Movies are drying out in favor because of all the attention goes to these cinematic universes. Christopher CLJ says Davey is 100% right. The cinematic universes are milked and are boring. Jonathan agrees. Luis agrees with CLJ. CLJ says back then we had magazines. The Irish Gym says The Whale.
I bet he had loads of magazines and a lot of the pages are stuck together, but all right.
Super Clark says, I love Nope, film was original. Yes, exactly. There's a bunch. I can make a top 5, but the thing is like a couple of years ago, like even to 2019, I think, the year that the Joker came out, a top 5 would have been a little bit complicated for me. A little bit. Yeah, I can see okay now. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's up in the toys. And I'm like, what the hell is that? She's actually stuck in between all the toys, sleeping. I thought it was going mental. What are you doing?
Let's see. Originality is being choked by franchises. It's getting force choked. Let's see what else. Indies are killing it, but they don't have the money like the pros does. Yeah, indie movies are amazing. Like, I mean, but again, trying to find these movies to watch them. Look at Terrifier. Terrifier did 40 plus his budget. I'm going to talk about that to the day it dies. Feel like movie makers are finding it harder to get their non-cinematic universes movies made, as those movies are guaranteed money spinners. Yeah, I was talking to a director about that. He was saying that it's kind of hard to get
Hellraiser.
Yeah, dang, dude, just dime me out. Why don't you? Anyway, also like No Man Land a year ago or so on. The Banshees of I heard about this movie, The Banshees of Innis, whatever. I've heard about that. Is it good?
Oh, I think he mentioned that to me the other day in a message.
Yeah. I've heard about this movie. It's like on a cover, it's like 2 dudes standing on a beach. I know what you're talking about. I love any some really original ones. Seen it firsthand. I love Kevin Smith and his movie. Clerk 3 was only in my local picture cinemas, not in at Odeon's, etc.
What happens with Kevin Smith movies though? They're not really massive wide releases with him.
Yeah, there's some movies that only get like small releases.
Kevin Smith, very rare. I think his biggest movie, and you can, I don't know, hold me to this. I'm sure you'll know, Mike, is Dogma. Was that his biggest movie? I think. I don't know.
They blame COVID. They're blaming COVID as a red herring. Some of my favorite movies are indie movies. I love Troll Hunter a few years ago. It was Norwegian subtitles, but loved it.
I saw it. Believe it. I watched it with subtitles. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
What you read? Love Free for All. This is Call of Duty. This is a Call of Duty stream, right? That's funny. What? Yeah, sure. Mashup, man.
All right, that's my friend Richard. Yeah. When I say friend, it's somebody I know. I don't really like him because he plays Call of Duty with me and he keeps beating me, so we're not friends. But yeah, there's a new Call of Duty game out and I'm going to play it with him later and kick his ass.
Looking forward to Deadpool 3, though. Wolverine is back, baby. Happy birthday, Derek.
Thank you. Thank you. Somebody recognizes the talent and says something good. You know what? You're my favorite.
With so many streaming services available, also, I think people are split for choice. So less people look to go to the cinemas as they can.
We're saturated with choice.
Yeah, I mean,
in this country, when I was a kid, there was 3 channels. Three. And they all had adverts. Well, actually, one or anyway. The point is that whatever came on a Monday evening at 8 o'clock or a Saturday, that's all you had, and you had to watch the adverts too. Now, and it was a big deal to us when I was a kid. Oh my God, they're playing Superman or The Omen or whatever, a horror film, Friday the 13th, all that. It was great, and I loved it. I missed it, but then now we have everything at a touch of a button. We don't even have video shops or stores anymore. Zero. So we are saturated and we're spoiled for choice. Like, how many of you have gone through Netflix and spent 20 minutes to even longer just, don't look there. I don't know. And you've just come off it and just don't watch it. Back in the day when you went to Blockbusters, you went there, you had to make a choice, and your choices was like, and £3.50 for a couple of nights. So yeah, we're saturated. Things have changed.
Nobody was awesome and thoroughly entertaining. This is blasphemy right here. Hannah says Nope was boring. I cannot believe you said that. COJ says next one going pro Del Boy.
Thank you.
Dumb.
Thank you.
Hannah, I'm starting. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I noticed that the people that don't like Nope didn't get it.
Yeah, me. I liked it. All right. He had to explain it to me and I'm normally pretty good with movies, right? And he had to explain that I missed this and I missed that and I missed this and I missed that. And I did actually like the movie because I like when it comes to UFOs and thrillers and like Signs. It had the feel of Signs, and I like Signs a lot, and I liked all that. I just didn't get the messages and the other bits and pieces and that, but I didn't find it boring. I just wasn't blown away by it. And now that I should rewatch it, knowing what I know, maybe I'll enjoy it more. Maybe you should give it another watch. Get Davey to explain it in detail, because if you have to have the film explained to you, then there's no point watching it.
You know, that was me with Mother. Like, I didn't get Mother the first time I watched it until
I never saw that.
Yeah, you have to watch it with a biblical lens, or else you're not going to understand it. After I figured out the biblical thing to it, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Let's see. Martin McDonough is a original storyteller in Brudge's Seven Psychopaths. You know what? I have the second Psychopaths. I still haven't watched it. What if?
That is brilliant. And In Bruges, by the way, I just stopped you there, but I'm just saying, In Bruges and Seven Psychopaths. That's a really good. That's a top film. Well done, Hannah. That's a good.
Looking forward to Indy.
I
got Nope. I just didn't care, and the characters were annoying. How are the characters annoying? I'm surprised. I thoroughly enjoyed Nope. It was pretty tight. And then, what do you guys think of Goodnight Mommy? The original or the remake?
Is that the one where it's there's a woman, she's all got bat and plasters
and there's like 2 little boys? Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Is that good?
Are we talking about the original or the remake? Because I watched the original. I wasn't really floored by it, to be honest with you. It was okay. It was all right. I wasn't floored by it. So we've hit that mark. So we'll take quick 5-minute questions. If you guys have any questions to ask us about anything cinematic, you now have the floor to ask whatever you want. So for the next 5 minutes, we'll be taking questions. Go ahead and ask us anything about anything that you want. Well, cinematic wise.
If you want to know my address to send me a birthday gift, just inbox me.
You're really prostituting this birthday thing, aren't you?
I'm getting old. I'm not getting many presents anymore.
Yeah. I'll send you to Bangkok, Thailand. Yeah,
It'll
you
do.
have fun. Let's see. Your first question pops up is, Del Boy, did you watch Disenchanted?
All right. So my hottie, what would you say, my top 10 of female actresses that I find really hot is what's her name from Lois Lane. It's gonna have my freezing on me now, but you know from Enchanted, the girlfriend redhead from Enchanted. Oh, what's it called? From Lois Lane, she's on Men of Steel. What's her name, guys? Come on, it's gone out of my head. Amy Adams. I really like her, and CLJ knows that I like her a lot because he likes another redhead, the girl, Ron Howard's daughter from Jurassic World. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, dude, Ron Howard's brother is in the Ice Cream Man. That movie's fucking hilarious.
Well, you know, it's a little personal joke, but he said that I didn't watch it because as much as I like her, I don't think I'd be able to bring just because she's nice and I think she's hot and she's a good actress. Don't know if I could bring myself to watch that, but thanks for saying it.
All right, let's see. They are de-aging Harrison Ford for a part of it.
Yes, I heard that. Yeah. So, but you know, there's probably just a flashback at some point, and they're gonna de-age him or something. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And
Super Clark asked if I've watched Jaws yet.
Of course not.
No, I'm currently watching Wednesday.
Oh yeah. I think
best Christmas movie of all time. Home Alone, dude. I think Home Alone.
Best Christmas of all time.
Home Alone. Nightmare Before Christmas. The Grinch. Damn. What else? Christmas movies. Krampus was fun as hell. I love that movie.
It's an awkward question.
Christmas movies like the Muppets Christmas special was dope as shit. I don't know. That's all I got. Like, there's not too many Christmas movies I'm fond of. Jingle All the Way was fun. I like Jingle All the Way.
So about 2 years ago, I'd done a video of my top 5 favorite Christmas movies.
Oh,
I can't remember what it is, so I better not say. You can say it all different, but I will say, and a lot of people won't like this, but my favorite is it's not Die Hard. No, it's Santa Claus the movie.
Oh, with
That's
Robin.
my favorite.
What's his name?
Dudley Moore
with
and
Tim Allen.
John Lithgow.
With Tim Allen?
No. It's older than that. It's John Lithgow, Dudley Moore. That kind of. I really liked it. I loved it since I was a girl. I was blown away. I really thought it was Santa Claus, and I loved it. I do like Home Alone. As an adult, watching it now, I think it's brilliant. I was at the age when it came out where I was like, "This is dumb." Now I'm older. I watch it and I'm like, you know what? It's actually it's got everything a Christmas movie should have. I do like A Wonderful Life, and I like Scrooge. You know the black and white one.
Yeah,
I like Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Okay.
And Die Hard probably. I can't think of them all, but
hey,
yeah.
You know what's funny that you mentioned this? All right, so fun fact about Home Alone. So Home Alone, the people that made Home Alone tried to sue this French movie company because they said that they stole their idea, and it's called Deadly Games, Dolls Santa Claus or some shit, Santa Claus or something. And it's this little kid with a mullet dressed up like Rambo trying to prevent this Santa Claus who went crazy that got fired and from killing him and his grandfather. It's actually a fun movie, dude. Like it's fun as hell. Like I had a lot of fun watching that movie. Check it out. The movie that they said is a rip off of Home Alone because the dude has like booby traps and all kind of crazy shit around the house to stop this killer from killing him and his grandfather.
Home Alone. There is something. There's a fan theory. There's always fan theories and all that. And I know you've probably heard of this, but Home Alone's probably got one of my favorite. Is that Home Alone is the prequel to Saw? And you know what? I really love that idea. That's brilliant. I mean, the age difference, but the way he has it in for villains trying to break into his house. The way he's elaborate plans to hurt them all the way through is perfect. And he's got blonde hair. So yeah, great.
Miss T says Silent Night, Deadly Night. Punish. I'm actually meeting that guy next week. I've missed it. Kung Pao said, have we watched Black Adam yet? Nah, I haven't watched it. Deadpool has.
Yeah, I watched it. I liked it more than I thought it would be, but it was everything I thought it would be. It was just a bit better than I expected.
Luis Copeland says Wednesday is bro. You know what? I like this fucking show. It's actually pretty good. Del Boy's against seeing it because he doesn't like strong female leads. I just had to do that for fun. Nah, he didn't say that. But check it out. It's Garbage Day Part 2. That movie is fucking terrible. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 is so terrible. I've never seen a movie that the first half of the movie is you rewatching the first movie. That's the craziest shit I ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
that was wild. Let's see. And it made me realize Kung Pao is the most epic and original movie of all time. Kung Pao Enter the Fist is fucking hilarious. That and what's the other one? Kung Pao Enter the Fist, and then what's the other one? Hey, do you remember the other one?
There's nobody he's talking to. That's just a split personality. There's no.
Yeah. I'm talking about split personality.
Where's he gone? He's gone all quiet. He's put it on. Can you hear us? Hello. He doesn't want to hear his personal conversation on live. I don't even know if he knows that we're not there. Hello.
I know you're here, fool. Shut up. Okay. What is it called? Shanghai Hustle or no? Something Hustle. What is it? Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle, yeah.
Yeah, Kung Fu Hustle and Kung Pao Enter the Fist are freaking hilarious, dude. I was crying watching those movies.
Have you seen another one called Shaolin Soccer or something like that?
Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't watch it though.
But yeah, Kung Fu Hustle's really good. It is really funny, but it's got some really good practical, and the Kung Fu is really good. Worst film of the year.
Ooh, that's a good one. Fuck, what was it? Hellraiser is going up there for sure. Hellraiser the remake is going up there for sure. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Damn, there was another bad movie this year.
I can't think you've got some. You know what? Why does he have to bring this up right now? Give us time to think. I'll come back next week.
Worst film.
I didn't like Smile, and I didn't like Halloween Ends.
Oh, hey, I didn't like Pearl. I didn't like Pearl. Sorry. I didn't like Pearl.
Pearl was pretty decent. I did not like Smile. It got on my nerves, and Halloween Ends.
Smile is a million times better than Pearl. I'm sorry. Million times better than that. Let's see. Yeah. Ouch. I love Wednesday. Oh my God. I am so looking forward to Violent Night with it. Look, Hannah, forget Violent Night. Look up the trailer something called Christmas Bloody Christmas. That shit looks interesting. COJ called it Kung Fu Hustle. Oh, it's terrible for sure. How could you possibly make a new movie from the same movie? Love that kind of Mad Hatter stuff. Split, Davey. I love it. Kung Pao is Disney. I heard you, Del Boy. The streaming is definitely killing cinema. Kung Fu Hustle is amazing. Stephen Chow is badass. I love Shaolin Soccer. Streaming has more original content now. I guess Jonathan's kind of backtracking on our stuff. Thor Love and Thunder was BS. Thor Love and Thunder was basura, homie. Who? Firestarter? Oh yeah, Firestarter was bad too, even though the soundtrack was banging. Damn. I gotta look at the list of movies.
Yeah, I'll have to go through it. I can't remember
maybe that'll be the subject for next week.
Maybe worst film of the year. You know what? I think
that's next week,
closer to the end of December, because we have to give some more movies some time to be the worst. Yeah, give the other ones.
I think so. Yeah. I think that's a good one. I think by the end of December we'll do a State of the Cinema addressing. the worst films and the best films. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right.
Davey,
I think
your redhead celebrity crush. Who is your? He's married. And I think she's kind of a redhead sometimes, isn't she? So it's his wife.
Oh, my wife is my redhead celebrity crush. She has red hair.
There you go. Isn't she redhead? There you go. Yeah,
she's a redhead. She's my little Mary Jane.
You get people in trouble asking questions like that, Dave.
CLJ trying to get me assassinated on live.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna be sleeping in the bushes soon if you say stuff like that.
Yeah. You're gonna be sleeping in the bushes.
You're gonna be sleeping. Get the hell out of here. Where's Davey at? He's sleeping in the bushes.
He's sleeping in the bushes.
His wife whacked him. He's sleeping in the bushes. But yeah, for people who don't know what we're talking about, sleeping in the bushes, Davey was doing his gangster impression earlier on, and he got it wrong and said the guy's sleeping in the bushes. And from now on, that's what it is: sleeping in the bushes.
Christopher CLJ says, "Sorry, Mrs. Davey." The Irish Jim says, "Wise guy."
Let me tell you, Davey's married to a lady called Tiffany, and she is such a nice person. She is lovely inside and out. I've only known her for a while, but she's just really nice. And so, if you don't want Davey sleeping in the bushes, say no more. Okay. That's funny. See, shout out to T, Miss T.
All right. So, all right, guys, we had so much fun today. This concludes episode number 6.
You know, Miss T is giving him a dirty look there behind the camera. You better get off and but yeah,
not even. You stupid.
Oh, you later.
I'm trying to eat food. It's hot. It's hot in here. I'm trying to eat. I'm hungry.
Big up.
And then it got all quiet. You suck, bro.
Big up to Tiffany.
All weird.
Yes, big up to Tiffany. Putting up with that anyway. Listen to that shit all day.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're trying to get stabbed in here. No, but yeah. So, is there any more questions?
Any more questions before we go?
Questions? Definitely agree. I don't get excited on theatrical releases anymore, except for the occasional one. Okay.
Yeah. I don't get excited, but I put it down to me just being old and so many saturated things. Like if they go back,
man, there's movies that if Quentin Tarantino dropped the movie, if Quentin Tarantino turned around and said, "Hey, you know what? I'm about to put out a movie next summer." You're telling me you're not going to look forward to it? Get the fuck out of here.
No. There is a handful, but just there was a time when, and you know, Quentin, you know, right? Give you James Cameron is one of my favorite directors. I'm not excited for Avatar 2.
Who's James Cameron? Who's
James Cameron? You know who I'm talking about.
Enunciate the J, sir.
James Cameron.
What is
the slogan on the T-shirt you're wearing?
Broly, sir. Dragon Ball Z. Thank you very much. What slogan T-shirt is Derek wearing next week? Oh, he's basically saying, I don't know what he's saying. What's she saying? Sorry,
I'm Batman. I'll be wearing Movie Mash next week. It's my birthday. Where's my present? T-shirt next week.
For real. James Cameron's James have to have. Look what COJ wrote. James Cameron is James' half-wit brother. That was a good one. COJ is winning the fucking
Go yourself. How you like that?
He's on a roll. He's on a roll.
He used to be one of my favorite on Movie Mash. You know what? That's it. We're not friends no more.
James Cameron.
He'd be like Clint Eastwood in Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge.
That's a good
movie. That was a great movie. That was a really good movie. I was kind of skeptical about it at first, but that was a really good movie.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. All right. Well, it looks like you lot have run out of things to say. Well, mostly insulting me in my accent or my lack of. All right.
Don't take it too serious, mate.
Miss T is about to put someone in the bushes, and we better just call it there. By the way, need to talk about Michael J. Fox getting an Oscar. Okay, well, you know what? Just something I want to bring up with you guys.
Yeah.
If there's a subject this week that comes up that you would like us to address, something, because we need to check it all, put it in the comments and I'll read it. And if we feel like it's worth talking about, we'll put it up and we'll use that as a thing. Michael J. Fox we could bring up next week as well, because
Michael J. Fox did get an award.
Yeah, it's a lifetime is it a lifetime achievement thing?
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, people, bring stuff up. Put it in the comments. If something happens this week that you've seen and you think it's important and you think something worth bringing up, put it in the comment and we'll use it as next week and we'll bring it up as well.
You guys also have homework to do. You guys, your homework is to find 5 people and invite them to come with you next week to next week's episode.
Honorary Oscar. Yes, Hannah.
Yes. 5 people. Find 5 people. Search and link them this damn video and have them come to our live stream next week. You guys got to bring 5 friends. Make it happen.
And if you don't, you know where you'll be sleeping, don't you?
Yeah, you'll be sleeping in the bushes.
I can't stop. That's just the best.
Did you get rid of the body? Yeah, boss, we did. We left him sleeping in the bushes.
You know, at the end of your videos, you have this film was bodied. Well, this film sleeping in the bushes. That's it. Anyway,
dude, if I do that, I'm gonna have like a Simpsons scene or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Sleeping in the bushes. I don't have 5 friends. Hannah, you're fucking lying. Go find 5.
What do you mean, CLJ? Everyone on Movie Mash loves you. Yeah.
No, CLJ says it. Hannah says she doesn't have 5 friends.
Oh, right. Well, yes, you do. Don't be silly. Of course you do. She has 5 friends. I'm one of them.
CLJ says he has 5 guys. That's hilarious. Oh, the burger place.
I don't know if that's what he meant. I don't know if that's what he meant, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't
say
know
that, man. Oh,
you know,
come on. You can don't put that blasphemy on CLJ's name.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Don't do that to my boy. CLJ, we're brothers in arm. Don't do that.
I thought we were, but obviously, you know, redheads in arm sort of thing. But yeah, it looks like he's got
you have red hair. Weren't you
a
blonde?
Huh?
Weren't you a blonde?
Was I a blonde?
Yeah, weren't you a blonde when you had hair?
I still have hair. I just told the barber to cut it like that. What's wrong with you? Yes, I was blonde-ish.
Blondish?
They call it dirty blonde. I was blondish, yeah.
Dirty
anyway,
blonde.
I think we're just going to go around in circles. Everyone, I'm really glad we had a great evening tonight, and I'm glad to
invite 5 people.
Louise, Mike, and
CLJ, Miss T, Tyler CLJ. No perp minded this week, damn it. Clark, who else? Kung Pao came in. Seamus popped up on us. That's what's up. Let's see who else. Giselle. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I got.
Well, look, all of you guys, we wouldn't have been going this long only for you. So thanks for so much, and let's see you next week. And again, as he said, bring 20 people per person to the show.
No, not 20. Let's make it 5 and make it reasonable. 5 people. Help us grow. 5 people. Bring 5 people with you next week. That's your homework. Make it happen. But until next time, you are now exiting the Masters of the Cineverse. I hope you guys are having a magnificent day. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, his channel, and all the other things that are tied to our little universe.
Wish me happy birthday.
See you next week. Adios.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
See you all soon, you royal boobs. I can't wait.